The Whispering Hallway. The old boarding school, Blackwood Academy, stood on a hill overlooking a sprawling forest. Its ancient stone walls were covered in ivy, and its windows, like vacant eyes, stared out at the world. For generations, students had whispered tales of the Whispering Hallway, a desolate stretch on the third floor of the girls' hostel, where the air was always cold, and the faint scent of lavender lingered even when no flowers were in bloom. This year, however, the whispers grew louder. It started subtly. A faint scratching sound coming from behind the peeling wallpaper in room 307, then the rhythmic creak of floorboards when no one was there. Soon, more chilling incidents began. Melanie, a first year, swore she saw a shadowy figure standing at the end of the hallway just as the bell for curfew rang, its silhouette impossibly tall and slender. Sarah, who slept in room 307, woke one night to find her heavy wooden desk chair inexplicably moved to the middle of the room, facing her bed. She was sure she heard a soft, melancholic hum, like a forgotten lullaby, just before she bolted upright. The school principal, a stern woman named Mrs. Davies, dismissed the stories as an overactive imagination fueled by late-night study sessions. But even she couldn't explain the sudden power surges that plagued the third floor, plunging the hallway into darkness at the most inconvenient times. One stormy October night, as rain lashed against the windows and the wind howled like a banshee, a group of senior girls decided to investigate. Armed with flashlights and a healthy dose of nervous courage, they tiptoed down the whispering hallway. The air grew heavy, and a tangible chill wrapped around them. As they approached room 307, the temperature plummeted, and the scent of lavender became overwhelming. Then, a faint translucent outline began to form in the room at the far end of the hall. It was the figure of a young woman, dressed in a faded, old-fashioned nightgown, her face obscured by shadows, but her posture suggesting profound sadness. A collective gasp escaped the groups. Just as they were about to flee, the figure raised a spectral hand, pointing a slender finger towards the wall of room 307. Then, with a sigh that seemed to echo through the very stones of the building, it vanished, leaving behind only the lingering scent of lavender and the racing heartbeats of the terrified students. The next morning, still shaken but determined, the girls approached Mrs. Davies. They recounted their terrifying encounter, emphasizing the ghost's gesture towards the wall. Skeptical but intrigued by their earnestness, Mrs. Davies reluctantly agreed to have a small section of the wall in room 307 examined. Behind the old wallpaper, not far from where the spectral figure had pointed, they found a hidden cavity. Inside, neatly tucked away, was a small leather-bound diary, its pages brittle with age. The diary belonged to a girl named Eleanor, who had attended Blackwood Academy over a century ago. Her entries spoke of loneliness, a forbidden love, and a tragic secret she had carried. The last entry, dated to a cold October night, spoke of her despair and her wish to be remembered. It seemed Eleanor, forever bound to the place where she had felt such profound sorrow, was finally asking for her story to be heard. From that day on, the mysterious occurrences on the third floor ceased. The scratching sound stopped, the chair in room 307 stayed put, and the power remained stable. The students of Blackwood Academy still spoke of the Whispering Hallway, but now the fear was tinged with a touch of melancholy and understanding. They say that if you listen closely on a quiet night, you can still hear a faint, soft hum, no longer a cry of despair, but a gentle lullaby, finally at peak.